Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Phoenix Point. We're about to have a real easy base defense here, which is nice because we could use some fast XP. Before we get into this, I just noticed we still have the objective to find a Phoenix base in Southern Asia. This one, which is in India, which I think is generally considered to be South Asia, it's on the Indian subcontinent at least. No, not the Southeast Asia, or not the Southern Asian base. So I guess there must be one down here, and I believe... Okay, no, we have two left, so we'll get one there, and then there's still room for one to be somewhere else. But I feel like our bases are not well distributed over the Earth. We could really have used one like in this region, perhaps, or well, whatever. Let's just go ahead and do this thing. I think we should be more than ready. 9 attacking strength, a bunch of materials and stuff as rewards. Do we all have guns? You do not even have a weapon. Well, here's the terrible gun that your class uses by default. What else do I want to... Oh, you know, we could make a virus sniper. That might be good for the underdog here. What do we... Sonic grenades? I don't know. You should probably have a med kit, even if only to use it on other people. Take this fancy grenade. Take this other grenade. You know what? Take a sonic grenade with you. Who knows? Maybe you'll use it. Ooh, and an acid grenade. I'm gonna put the acid grenade in the hand slot. This gives underdog a roll right away, right? Lets us use them to push through enemy armor, because enemy armor is starting to become a persistent issue. And then you need bullets, although probably not like a lot of bullets. You're actually fine. Back. How did I miss that button so many times? Okay. I think we're ready to do this thing. It should be easy enough. So I went and had a look at the patch notes from the patch that did indeed drop yesterday. And first of all, there were no buffs to Arthrons listed, so I think what I interpreted as an Arthron moving and then shooting twice during the last episode must have just been some weird camera work around the animation for the Arthron stepping out of the cover that it spawned in to fire its shots. So that's good news, because Arthrons are already, I would say by a fair margin, the most dangerous of the Pandorans. And then, are we doing this again? Is it time for the game to crash again? It's been a little while, and it hasn't really been that long. I don't always... Sometimes when the game crashes, I cut the recording and start over. So you guys haven't seen all of the crashes. Oh no, okay, we got there. Eventually. Boy, it started us directly on top of this Chiron. Fortunately, it's not one of the more dangerous Chirons. It is one that we have to deal with like right now, though, because it definitely is going to be able to see us. Yeah, so it seemed like by a pretty large margin, the most significant change was the dash change. They also weakened a bunch of the weapons that have natural armor piercing on them, which I guess was like the scale up in enemy armor. I guess is supposed to be the most significant difficulty increase over the course of the campaign, because you see all of the enemy units. It seems like fairly early on. I guess that's fine. That's whatever. They want you to have to use armor breaking weapons and skills more often. Okay, sure. Another thing that is going to be relevant to us is they added some more cost to... They made the psychic abilities less good in a bunch of different ways. Panic now requires more will point, now costs more will points, and on top of that has an action point cost, so it's less spammable, which is a bummer. Do I want to just... How do we want to break this guy's armor? I guess we just have the armadillo roll over here and let him know. Right? Because we could probably hit a fair number of shots into the thing on his back there, his abdomen. I want to try to do this in a way that doesn't provide him a bunch of cover from my troops, but I'm worried that here I'm going to hit this garbage before I hit him. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, I guess that's kind of my bad for not having verified that there were no explosives in the path. But only kind of my bad. I'm a little annoyed by it. Is that the mist spitting head? Which one is that? Oh no, that's the poisonous goo spinning head. Well, I don't think that thing sees us yet, so probably we're okay. Okay, yeah, this is all right. That's pretty decent. Almost all the shots went to the abdomen. It's still has 32 armor though. So we have an acid grenade, right? But the acid grenade, sadly, is not going to work this turn. I mean, we still use it. Sorry, we still run forward and then use it. I can't believe how bad your throwing arm is. We gotta get some more strength. Yeah, it is a shame that acid does not do anything at all upon application. You actually have to wait a whole turn before it is effective in any way. So is the abdomen... The torso is slightly less armored. But aiming for the torso, there's a chance we hit a leg, which is more armored. This is a guaranteed 32 points off the initial hit. I think I'll just take that. And we're going to take that a couple of times. Here's a question. Do I shoot a fourth time, or do I move? I should probably get out of the way. So it is my fervent hope that we are going to be able to drop this thing, or drop the abdomen at least, next turn. Basically, how much damage do we need to do to it this turn? It still has a huge number of hit points. We probably do need to shoot it with both snipers. I want to fan out a little bit. I'm going to move back to here. Yeah, I want to fan out a little bit so that the goo is a little bit less effective. Because we're going to get gooed, and it's going to suck. Alright, I guess that's as good as it's getting. Oh wait, we haven't had Fat T do anything yet. Fat T can also put up some acid, I guess? It's weird how it acts like it's going to do all this damage. Like the targeting thing here seems to believe that the shred damage from the acid will be applied instantly, which obviously is not the case. There's not too much point in shooting again with that thing, because I'm sure most of the body parts have enough acid on them that they will be destroyed now, so I guess we just fire with our Iron Fury pistol and try to get 30 points of damage per action point through. Roughly 30. And then I think we should have a pretty easy pickup here on the next round. Careful. That veered awfully close to someone's head. And I hope that Scylla has become aware of some civilians, but not of us. That's good. If that thing could just ignore us for a couple of turns while we clean up the rest of the stuff over here, that would be nice. And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of Arthrons and stuff to deal with as well. He tried to spit goo into that building and missed terribly, it looked like. Okay, that looks like Launcher Pincer. He sees us. That's an assault spotted. Oh, hey, you are able to shoot right away without us having any idea that you were there. That's not great for us. We sure did make a lot of noise over here. I can't exactly say I'm surprised, but it's crummy nonetheless. Alright, the amount of poison inflicted by the goo is not super huge. I guess, yeah, return fire, sure. That was an attack on you. It's like 30, right? Or none, maybe? Didn't it say that there was poison on that attack? No, why was I thinking that... I don't know. I don't know what number I was looking at here and going, oh, that's poison. Listen, the human brain is a remarkable... I'm dumb. I'm going to be straight with you. The problem here is I'm stupid. Alright, should be a pretty easy pickup. Which is good, because we are going to need some number of our people to kill that Arthron. So he's beyond dead. Yeah, poison damage will finish the job. The acid turned out not to be relevant. Acid, not actually any good, I think. The problem with the, sorry. Acid not good in a situation like this. If you're fighting one enemy and you have another enemy nearby that you're going to fight, like, later, I suppose acid's okay. The problem with acid is that, enemies are lethal enough that you can't let something survive long enough for acid to be useful against it, really. I think I'm just going to quick aim twice and try to see if I can get his arm. Obviously, we're not going anywhere here. Okay, we did, in fact, get his arm. I'm not sure what the next most important thing is. I guess the next most important thing is that if I shoot him anywhere except the carapace, he dies. See, right now it's showing all of his health bar in white, but this shot is guaranteed to do 90 damage, which doesn't kill him. So the damage indicators could use a little bit of updating. I get why they are the way they are. They're sort of vague because they're trying to represent a very complex group of potential outcomes. I'm just going to take the safe carapace shot. Oh, no, wait, hold on. We'll aim like this. If I manage to hit the arm, he actually will die. Okay, that's fine. Somebody else can clean him up real easy. Yeah, they're trying to represent a very complex set of outcomes in a way that is, like, quick to read. So I get why it's not super explicit. I am absolutely going to just try this shot over and over again. There we go. Okay, now we can start thinking about the other enemies. I have no idea exactly how much we're going to be up against here. Can we get the other sniper on this guy? Yes, we can. But it's going to require... I mean, it's going to require a quick aim. It's not even really a problem. Obviously, I have quick aim available. It is a shame that I can't... I guess I could dash. I could dash and then quick aim. That leaves me with an action point that I don't really get to do anything with. I could fire my pistol once. Yeah, I could just take a pistol shot here because there's a non-zero chance that I get a kill. If I hit the abdomen, it's a kill, and that'll fill me back up to full will. Yeah, and if nothing happens, it's whatever. It was a totally free action. Because otherwise, we were just going to end the turn with a whole action point available. Oh yeah, he's alerted, is he? Alright. That's not the most important arm we could have destroyed, but it is a fair amount of damage. I'm a little bummed out that we can't even aim the weapon while it's out of ammo. You know, just like look and see what the damage would be, or what the accuracy would look like. The resistance thing that we always see when we fire it is the daze. I couldn't remember why it was showing a resist message when I was very obviously hitting, but yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that's lethal poison. The poison crossbow seems bananas powerful. Like, probably way too good. It inflicts such a huge amount of damage, regardless of armor. Like, the damage per action point on that weapon is super high. And it's not like acid where it takes several turns to actually work because you deal the full damage at the beginning of the next enemy turn. It is all effectively happening on your turn. I think we probably just move underdog forward. This would probably be a good time. We have a moment of downtime here. Probably be a good time to fix the inventory and then... I am not going to be the video game enemy that takes cover behind the explosive. I'm just not going to do it. Apparently that's 3 action points worth of movement, because this unit has garbage speed. And Fat T... yeah. End your turn right here in front of the ladder so you can climb up and make stuff happen next turn. I like it. This thing's will is getting massacred, and now it's going to have to walk through a building to have a chance to actually harm these civilians. I have no sense of how many enemies are left. Oh, you know what? It's because of this guy. This guy shoots poison goo. That's why I was thinking... boy, it sure is easy for my brain to get confused about things. Oh, there is... that's going to be a Triton carrying some kind of traditional human weapon. Let's get up here and see what we can see. Really, I don't have vision of the Triton. Well, I definitely should from here. Yeah. Okay, so what are we looking at? Is it a sniper rifle? It is a pistol. Okay, that's a much better outcome for us. Well, there's no sense in not moving all the way up to the full cover position. And then... do we just blast him? I mean, like, the Scylla is pretty... the Scylla is a lower priority, I think. This one is actually 30 poison, right? Yes, okay. I'm so glad that we found the thing I was thinking of. The problem is not that I just completely made that up. The Scylla is probably lower priority, though. This guy could shoot us at pistol range 4 times. I don't want to get shot 4 times. I don't think that we're going to be able to get a tremendous amount of damage onto him, though, so I'm going to, like, really let him have it with the acid. Actually, he's probably, like... if each of his relevant parts, each of the parts that I can reasonably hit, have 10 acid on them already, then it's already not worth hitting him anymore, because the acid only does 10 damage no matter how much there is of it. So then it becomes more sensible to shoot the Scylla, right? I don't really like the way... the acid should work a little bit more like poison, probably, in order for it to really be useful. Like poison that affects armor first. And yeah, just try to take some cover. My guess is we're not going to be able to do a huge amount of damage to them this turn. Maybe any further damage? It looks like I can probably get some poison on the Scylla. If I'm smart about my positioning, can I get 2 shots off? Ooh, maybe. And obviously I'm not too worried about visibility with this particular unit. Ooh. So I have 3 shots left. I don't think I want to take 2 of them with that hit chance. Is this a body part? That is a body part. That's like probably 60% hit chance. I want to get closer. You know what I might do, though? I might fire a spider drone over there. Go get him, droney. And then, yeah, a lot of people just need to, like, run. I am not resisting the urge. I am not going to take cover behind the explosive. I don't know that the armadillo has any useful path forward, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't want to drive through the explosives. If I had not put a unit here, we'd have that. Yeah, there's not really a place for me to go where I'm not driving through a lot of explosives. If I move to here, I'm trying not to clip that. Hold on, was that all my... yeah, that wasn't all my action points. Oh, have I've driven into a position from which I can no longer move? I didn't realize that that was possible. Can I destroy the thing that's causing the problem here? No, I cannot. That is a completely impassable spire of whatever that it is of. Well, I have to tell you, that's not a problem I was expecting to have right now. Probably worth it to just keep moving forward. I suppose it is worth remembering also that we do have the willpower restoring head here. And you don't get to do anything. So I guess just hang out for a turn. Do a recover, why not? Very, very gradual turnaround. Oh no, it knows about the spider drone. Oh, my poor drone is going to get gooed, isn't it? Well, that could have been a lot worse, I suppose. That prevents it from shooting the goo at anybody who, like, really matters. And unfortunately, that civilian is dead. Look at this guy being all efficiency-minded. Civilian has exactly enough bleed and poison on it to be lethal, so he just bails out. Smarter than I like my opponents to be. Apparently that goo's never going to dissipate, which is bad news for us. Bad news for people who love good news. That's pretty weird, right? That if we aim just far enough to the right, that whole thing spontaneously disappears. So there's still 50 armor on that abdomen, and it's going to take... Even if we had enough acid on there to corrode it all away, it would take 5 full turns to have that effect, and there's no way for us to accelerate it, as far as I can tell. That's very bad. That's a very bad design. Not a bad design in the sense that, like, why would you ever build a thing like that, but a bad design in the sense that, like, it's bad for us to use it. So we could run... Ooh, actually, I'm having a really hard time finding an angle on that dude. Well, I think I'm definitely going to war cry. Yeah, here's what I think we're going to do. We're going to armor break. We'll use the pistol for this because it's a shotgun and I can get more rounds off. Boy, will we? Maybe it is better to use this thing, because if it's going to do the... predicts 0 damage. I thought in the past we had determined that armor break occurred before the damage hit, in which case this should do 60. What I was really thinking is that it would be nice to be able to hit multiple body parts. I guess we're just going to have to move, if we want to do it this way. As much as I wanted to fire 4 pistol shots this turn. Let's do... I want to hit as many body parts as possible here again. So something like this. Remember, this is a whole bunch of shots spray out here. I removed 50 armor. Well, I only hit the abdomen. That's not the end of the world. And then we have to debate whether we want him to come down here and hit this guy. So you are a pain chameleon. We do have snipers in the area. But we have snipers in the area who don't have any willpower. So it's not impossible that we could make this work, but we probably would have to... we'd have to clear that guy, clear the cover or something. We don't really have a lot of grenades. Think I might just be out of luck on this? I do appreciate that the drone elected not to explode when exploding would accomplish nothing. You can't always trust things in video games to behave that way. Yeah, I think the smartest move we can make with Fat T at this point is probably go up here, get the willpower boost for everybody, so that this sniper has a chance to hit that guy's torso. And I do like the willpower bonus areas. I think that adds some interesting strategic positioning elements to the game. I don't know what I want to do with the rest of your turn just yet. Okay, so now I can run up to, like... Well, I have a couple of choices. I could run up and find a position and do quick aim, or I could just dash somewhere. I kind of like this move. Actually, pretty hard to guarantee we'll hit the torso. Well, this is pretty likely. He continued moving in a way that I feel like enemies usually don't. Like, usually when we pull the trigger, the shot goes immediately. I didn't realize I was going to have to lead him. That's exceedingly bad. That's, like, hugely, hugely bad. Well, now he's on fire, which I'm hoping is going to have some significant effect. Sounds like it should, right? I might be able to hit it. Kind of depends on how sturdy this section of the wall is. Let's find out. Actually, let's find out with the pistol. Okay, there we go. That's something. I made an opening. One of the fun things you can do with the ballistic systems in this game. I guess I just shoot it in the leg, and it's not really, like, great, but I can't hit any of the good parts. Take that. 80 entire damage. And my UI's gone. Oh, it's doing a reaction. Let's see, I could get up here and put 2 bolts into it. Might be able to put 3 bolts into it from here. I don't know if I trust that, though. I guess let's go find out. Okay, yeah, pretty guaranteed, actually. Wait, the smashers are not his body. I had to shoot the legs. Oh, full resist? You have to get some damage through in order for it to apply? Pretty sure that is not how it has worked in the past. There we go. There's some poison. You, I suppose, should just equip this. Like, you have nothing. And then we still have the armadillo, which can't move at all. Because somehow they built this thing that can literally just, like, splay its wheels out and turn in place. Apparently can't always turn in place. And also, we never figured out how to make it reverse. So I guess it's just not part of the mission anymore. Feels pretty dumb to me. So we have no idea what that guy's status is, unfortunately. And it's going to be really hard to find out, even. Because now he's pain chameleoning in the mist. You should feel free to shoot goo at the armadillo. What was that? Did he did something that panicked us? I have no idea what just happened. He just like put his slammer into the ground there, his smashers into the ground, and now... Huh. Okay, well, I guess that happened. Also, here's a grenade for you, buddy. Actually, hold on. I'm not going to have you do anything yet. Curious whether it might be possible for us to get an indication of where the other enemy is. We'll hold off on the grenade until we've taken everybody else's action, because it sure would be neat if we could throw that grenade in a way that killed the Triton. You're the one who's most likely to be able to get what I'm looking for. I should also make sure that you're not totally outside cover. I don't know. We're probably just not going to be able to hit him until he chooses to reveal himself, and maybe we'll get lucky and he'll burn to death. We found a bunch of ammunition. Cool. I'm mostly here to shoot my terrible gun at an enemy that I cannot hit at all. Well, I think those shots did hit. They didn't do anything, but I believe they did hit. If I move one more space... Or one more action point worth of movement. I think I'll have a much cleaner shot. We can start stacking up damage on the head. And then Romd is out of this stuff. Fire another arachnid, this time like kind of behind him. There we go. If he wants to turn around and goo that one, it's fine with me. And probably run away a little bit. It would be a real shame if you got revealed. Alright, we are going to do quite a lot of damage to this thing. Just like tick by tick. It's still a lot, though. It's still a lot of enemy to get through. I wonder if the mist prevents them from seeing our guys that are in the mist. Oh, apparently you are not as stealthed as I was hoping. Because I think he did not manage to see the spider drone, which was covered by the mist that he emitted at the beginning of his turn. Well, this thing's useless to us now. So we may as well go ahead and medicate this this poison off. I'm assuming I cannot deploy decoy. Oh, sorry, this is not vanish. This is deploy decoy. Actually, I'm totally going to deploy decoy. Let's see if this works. You want to goo him. Let's start with you. Yeah, okay, I am sometimes going to be able to shoot for the head. It would also be good if you stopped gooing everyone altogether. I would accept that. I'm so bummed out about the armadillo, just not being able to participate in the battle anymore. 0 damage. I guess I missed and hit the building? I'm not used to it even showing a damage number when you don't hit the enemy. I think I'm just gonna kill... Maybe we do this. Yeah, let's pop the head open, I guess. Actually, if I'm gonna do this, let's do it this way. Okay, there we go. Minus 140 armor. That's the kind of number you want to see. That means you hit multiple areas. Okay, there we go. Okay, I have to imagine the other enemy just left the map, or we would have seen it do something by now. So we don't really have a lot of people left here, do we? Yeah, the new version of Dash is fine. It's totally okay for snipers. Let's try to stand a little bit apart so that we're not such an attractive target for goo. Oh, never mind. Nobody's an attractive target for goo. There is no goo. I'm a little worried about getting too close, because it does still have, you know, smashers. But also, I don't feel like I'm going to do any damage if I don't move up somewhat. I can just stand in the smoke. That's probably fine. Weird that this area has a blue outline instead of a yellow one. Alright, what about here? Hey, look at that. A little bit of actual damage. Okay, so we have a pretty guaranteed kill next turn. And unfortunately, we probably don't have... Right. You don't even know Panic. I keep associating some of these abilities with the Berserker class because our best priest is also a Berserker. But yeah, that's not actually... Those are priest abilities. We just got to build up our other priest here. You know you want to just attack the decoy. Look at it. It's just right there. It's so vulnerable. I guess you could run. That's fine. You know, victory's victory. I'll take it, I suppose. Okay, that's alright. Very annoyed about the armadillo still. What a weird problem for it to have. Again, like, it can obviously rotate in place. We see it do that all the time. But I guess they wanted to give it a maximum, or rather a minimum turning angle for some reason. Don't try to tell me it's a realism thing. Nobody cares about realism. Realism in a game where you are fighting crab monsters from the ocean is it's an obvious non-starter. Okay. Back to the ocean. Or sorry, not yet. Not back yet. Right now, this group needs new orders. So I guess we're going down here, right? Just keep searching Southern Asia. We've arrived at the antediluvian site. Let's do the thing. I am now able to construct additional ammo. Actually, does Bave have... I'm going to give him even one more med pack. Or med kit, rather. That he can use at the beginning of combat. I probably didn't need to do that. We have lots of ammunition. You really don't need to carry anything else. Okay. It's interesting that the squad slots used say 6 of 9 on this squad, but they said 8 of 8 on the other squad. So I'm wondering what it is that causes... Because there's definitely not 9 seats in the Manticore or anything. We're using 6 of the 6 spaces in the Manticore. But it used to say 6 of 8 on this party, I'm fairly sure. Now, after that poison goo thing, I'm a little bit unsure of myself. I don't know. Who knows? It could all be bugs. It's so hard to know whether I'm being dumb or whether the game's being dumb. Alright, retrieve evidence of the antediluvian civilization. There's some evidence. I found it. It's that, whatever that thing is. Hey, that's pretty significant. That's a thing I feel like we should have been aware of before all this Pandora stuff happened. Alright, where's Bave? Bave, my friend, we are having you heal immediately.
There's always time for R&R.
It would be so annoying to lose Bave. Alright, let's have some other people move first so that he has a cleaner path out. Got a siren right next to him. Which kind is he? Acid worm or poison worm? Oh, that's the goo. That's annoying. They shoot a really large amount of goo and it lasts forever. Alright, hold on. Let's move some other people up before I do anything else. I mean, I guess you have this double strength shot right now. We could just take a leg. I mean, that's not the right move. What I should do is take the head of that siren if I can. It looks like we are not going to actually be able to get a line on the siren from here. Wow, where do I have to go to get a shot? Okay, over here I have one. It looks like it might actually be pretty okay, too. There's another siren. Okay, further away, though.
Moving to coordinates.
Are you kidding me? There's a third siren. Well, that's not great for us. I would love it if you could just let me move into the space, though. So, what? Shield gun. Okay. Not ideal, but we'll live. So I guess the question is, do I still shoot the same target? We could shoot this guy, and if we hit his carapace, he bleeds out at the beginning of the turn. he's definitely one of the most dangerous enemies on the table. He's probably, if we regard mind control as being fairly unlikely for the reason that we are very good at stopping it from happening, he is the most dangerous enemy. A shot to the leg is instantly lethal, but it's also not as likely as landing this shot. Actually, it's probably roughly as likely. It's definitely north of 50%. I'm going to take it. Did it go clean through his leg into his arm? I didn't realize that they had penetration like that. Okay. Well, we destroyed his gun, and he bleeds to death before he gets anywhere near us. I'd say that's an okay opening move. You are definitely not in firing range of anything. I think your play is probably just get behind cover and get ready to do some very war crimey type stuff, you know, like you do. Let's see how many sirens he reveals before he finishes his move. Do we want Lise to even... Probably not. I don't think I want to pull any new enemies with Lise. I think I just want to move up. This is a pretty good position. We can get a lot of work done from here with quick aim next turn. Yeah, the removal of the aim tightening on quick aim I think is extremely sensible. Like I was just saying, I have zero respect for arguments that are like realism, because it's, you know, it's a strategy video game. It has to be functional as a strategy video game. But that said, it really is not very realistic that you quick aim and it makes you better at aiming. Generally, you want to aim fairly slowly if possible. I'm gonna keep you by Pondus, I guess. Let's try to maintain beating stuff to Pondus. Really? There are an additional 2... Wow, okay, well, we're going to have a lot of fun with our grenades next turn. So none of the enemies should be aware of us except for the one Arthron that we shot and maybe the siren over near him. No, but that guy clearly is. And cover never stops them because their shots are very accurate. It looks like the siren probably isn't, because she'd be moving toward us if she was. This guy will not get into spit range, I don't think. Especially since we took his leg. If the Chiron is aware of us, even though it shouldn't be, it could potentially goo an awful lot of us. Okay, it looks like it's not. Good news. Yeah, I think we're mostly still pretty stealthy, which is wild because the sniper rifles are not quiet. This is a huge number of enemies, like a really crazy number of enemies. Okay, big frenzy up on everybody. That's a ton of free movement, remember? Okay. So, things to think about for this coming turn. Ooh. Oh, no, damn it. I was going to say, please stay like tightly clustered with them so we can drop grenades on you. Things to remember for this coming turn. These guys are close enough together to both take the same grenade, I think, and we will kill that guy with a grenade. So a boom blast into rapid clearance from the Grenadier is going to let us fire at least 3 grenades. Oh hey, it's a guy we didn't see before. He is overwatching in kind of the correct direction. He has Pain Chameleon and an assault rifle. Oh, no, sorry, that's a shotgun. Okay. Okay. His shotgun's not going to be very effective against 32 armor with cover at this range. I think I'm just going to go for the plan. Boom blast. Rapid clearance. We're going to refund this first grenade. And also some portion of the will that I just spent. We're going to do this thing. I'm not exactly sure where the grenades go after this. Again, this is a situation where, to some degree, we want to soften up the enemies before we take the other grenade shots, but like that one was so obvious.
On
Right,
it.
you're still not spotted, so you can definitely weaken something to the point where it can. Ooh, yeah, that.
Hostile wounded.
Weaken something to the point where it can be grenaded to death. Then we have this. He probably doesn't die to the first grenade, but I'm comfortable shooting 2 grenades this way. And that's a nice tight shot, so it's a nice close shot, so it's unlikely to wander much.
Good idea.
Alright, please tell me this is a kill. It really should be a kill. That'll let me fire potentially a 4th grenade. It turns out rapid clearance is pretty good. The abilities that you unlock at the very, very top of the tree are pretty alright. I should have... What am I thinking? Why didn't I quick aim that? I could have had a second shot. Well, I still have this. And in fact, I can take a bunch of Iron Fury shots because of the way that the thing works. So, what about the sirens? Are you close enough to that guy for a grenade to hit you both? Yes. Okay, so this is a potentially exciting 4th grenade. Let's see if we can soften up that siren first. And let's not forget, we have access to... Ooh, that's a tough one. We can make this happen, though. We have marked for death and 2 quick aims here. It is still a pretty scary shot, though. There's an awful lot of mischance on that. Okay, let's mark for death this siren. Quick aim.
Zooming in.
She also has rapid clearance. We could have rapid clearanced instead of quick aiming twice, which might have been... I don't know. We're probably not actually going to get a kill. I am, however, going to pop that off right there because we need that thing not to have a head. It's close enough to get a melee attack off, I suppose, so we're not out of danger from it yet. But it doesn't melee all that hard. That's not going to kill anybody in one strike. Quick aim again and try to deal some damage to the siren that you marked for death. I can't do lethal to it no matter what, so maybe I do just want to fire center? Maybe we want Bave to do a little bit of work here as well. Oh man, our angle on this is going to be so bad, though. And there's still so many damn Arthrons. Okay. We do have Mind Crush. We do have Mind Control. The fact that Mind Control and Panic both have action point costs makes Crypto a lot less powerful. We can move up here, take a shot, and still have 1 mind power available. Like, move up here, activate armor break, take a shot in this general direction, maybe hit multiple enemies, and then mind control the siren or panic somebody or something. It's pretty bad. It's like a huge amount of enemies that all became aware of us instantly at the beginning of battle, despite not having any way to have become aware of us. One thing I could still do is, I could have Bave rally the troops, which would give her another shot. Obviously, we don't want to do that until we've committed all of our committed at least 1 action point off of everybody. Doesn't take much to commit an action point from you, does it? That doesn't help us at all. And none of these other shots are going to hit anyway. Yeah, your action point has to be you move to here. This is very dangerous, but I also think probably necessary. And then everybody's down at least one. So we'll rally.
Regroup, people.
Because we need the action point on you very badly, and it also helps a lot with this. Armor break volley in this general direction. Did not hit a lot of enemies there. Did strip all of the middle armor bits off of you, though. Okay, and then maybe instead of going for a mind control, maybe we armor break again and just dump this guy, which I think we could actually do. If not, we could get him close. All right, hold on. Let's do this then.
It's hard to shoot like this.
Oh, I hear you. I'm also having a hard time. Yeah, like, that's pretty good, right? That probably gets us to grenadable territory. Okay. So then he fires a grenade to here. And if this one wanders very much, it's pretty bad for us. If it lands, though, and we get another grenade shot, it's very, very nice. It worked. It worked, so we got a panic off. This is really going well, I have to say. So I'm out of will with you. Cannot quick fire a thing. It's a shame there's no way to pass will around. So we're definitely going to quick aim. We might also vanish just to get a better angle. We're definitely going to quick aim a very high damage shot off of you. I could put one of these two guys on death damage, which that's probably what we need to do. Yeah, like put the shot through this guy's arm. Okay, so he's bled out. Yes. Out of curiosity, can Tiny hit him and the other Arthron at the same time? Maybe. That's a pretty short shot. One other thing that changed in the patch that is worth noting is that grenade launchers were made... grenade launchers had their accuracy increased, so you see less wander than you used to. If this works, then we've opened up that guy's armor while still having another shot, which I think is pretty good. And it's close range enough that even though it has to be pretty precise for it to do what I want... okay, that's the end of our string. That's fine. It was close range enough that I felt pretty comfortable going for it. So we actually only have one or two enemies who are still a danger to us. I am going to not be able to mind control that one. Okay. Here's the thing. I think this one's not a danger, right? We have a panic on it already. Bave can't shoot at the Arthron that still has health. The other sirens are too far away. No, you know what? This one's close enough to probably be able to do a thing. And this one's close enough to probably be able to shoot at us. So maybe Crypto's turn is... maybe Crypto's turn has to be medication. I'm real worried about Vanessa. Vanessa can make it over to here and take a shot, but that's like, it's a pretty bad shot. How much will do you have left? 12. Mind Crush is a kill on that one guy, but that's not that was not a thing I meant to press. That's pretty bad. I was trying to right-click to cancel the targeting reticle. It was just sort of like an unconscious finger twitch of an action. Alright, well, somehow Tiny has an action point left, which shouldn't be the case.
Loud and clear.
But actually, am I about to get myself 2 action points? Why did he have an action point left? Oh, right, because of the rally. So he just bought himself 2 action points. So, actually, we're not done yet. Hold on. The grenade train is still a-running. Yeah, see, like, you right-click to cancel that reticle. You can still quick-aim pistol shots. And you could vanish to move. And you could mark for death. So we could mark that guy for death, take a shot at him, and then have Tiny drop some damage on him. We can't really do it to this guy. I wish that Frenzy weren't so long range. The fact that a unit over here was able to frenzy people on almost half of the map made our lives really difficult.
Yes.
I kind of feel like this has to go over here, though. Because you don't have a gun. You're going to poison spit somebody, but that's not going to be immediately lethal. You have to get dealt with somehow, and there's not really a way to do it. If we Warcry, it would only hit that guy. That doesn't help us. It really feels like there ought to be something to do with this action point, but I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't have a pistol or anything. She should, I suppose, carry a pistol for exactly this reason. Yeah, I guess just keep your rifle out for return fire. Alright, what's Babe's move? I guess that's not horrible. Dave could armor break and then just send a bunch of rounds downfield here. I could also adrenaline rush and fire twice. You're a pain chameleon, so you'll just go invisible and then attack somebody. Yeah, you'll just go invisible and then shotgun someone to death. So that's a pretty good move to have available. My other shots are not realistic. I mean, this could happen. We cannot armor break and do adrenaline rush, though. It's one or the other. And we gotta remember, adrenaline rush makes your shots really bad, so actually it's not even really on the table. Yeah, all I really have is armor break and pray here. I mean, if I could shoot him in such a way that he lost his arm, that's gotta be the plan, right? I mean, that's the only thing that even can work. Just armor break and shoot low and hope, or shoot like this. This keeps both of those arms in the area. That's what I'm going to do. We have to bust one of the arms, otherwise that guy's going to kill somebody with his shotgun, probably. Hold on, I got to wait for him to finish animating. There we go. Didn't get him. Okay, that's not bad, actually.
Executing.
That's definitely grenadable. I don't know if it'll kill him, though. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can have the technician take pretty short-range shots at this siren to weaken her until she's low enough that dropping the grenade on her definitely kills her. Then we can grenade her with Tiny, get 2 action points back, and continue attacking people. I should definitely move up, though, before I attempt that, because we're going to miss a lot of the shots from here. It takes you so much movement to get to cover,
Very defined.
my dude. This technician might be dead. Alright, shoot like here. That's a lot of the circle is full. How does that look damage wise? Sorry that this is taking so long. It's an intricate turn. Hopefully y'all understand. Come on. Okay, that was good. 54 damage was good.
Loud and clear.
This is a pretty easy kill. Didn't get the other guy, but I do have the ability to try again. I bet this gets him. And we'll know if it does, because I'll get my action points back. It didn't. He is somehow still alive. I'm gonna have to... I think I have to run to here to try to abbreviate that Arthron's shot. It's not impossible that this guy is so damaged that he bleeds to death. Like, we're not necessarily in a huge amount of danger there. You, on the other hand, are totally screwed, because you're going to get bullseyed behind cover no matter where you go. And nobody has anything approaching the ability to medicate you. If I lose my... Oh, no, wait, never mind. You're fast as hell. Get all the way back over here? Yes. Yes, flee. I forgot that an action point and a half on Crypto is actually all of the movement. This might be fine. You might be okay, actually. You're good as you are. Yeah, we don't want you to move around anywhere. Alright, it was a big, complicated turn. So now all of the units on the map are frenzied. I don't remember what the duration of frenzy is. But basically, 2 sirens casting it in any 2 locations. Hits everywhere on the map. It's a huge, huge amount of distance. Okay, that guy did die from his wounds at the beginning of the turn. That mind control's not too big of a deal, because that siren's in a very killable position. I bet, okay, that's crummy, but we can deal with it. Bave can heal him. I bet he has full will. This might be real bad. Looks okay. It landed in a position that's going to make it impossible for me to heal Tiny. I think. I don't think anyone can get adjacent to him now. Okay, absolutely acceptable. Wait, really? Your body is over there, isn't it? Is that a different... Well, the technician's in position to get adjacent to that noise, so we can probably deal with it. That's another guy. Tell me you don't have anything. Please tell me you're done. Okay, he doesn't look like he's going to take a shot. This is terrifying. We might, you know what, I might be able to have somebody stand right here and heal Tiny. Not that that's necessarily a safe thing to do, because that person would get ventilated by the Arthron over here. Please run. Ah, damn you. I say, please run just right next to that guy. Trust me, you'll be so safe. Do we need for there to be this many enemies on the map? Okay. Oh. Never mind. Problem solved.
Not now, please.
So you are horribly injured. You are back at full will. You're horribly injured. You need to reload. Enemies have grouped up quite tightly, though. We might be able to make some stuff happen here. So, first things first. You are no longer unspotted. You are not getting your full damage. Seems like an okay time for a vanish. We have to take your head off, which we absolutely can do. trying to figure out where I think is the best. This is a pretty good fallback. I don't think this... trying to figure out where am I going to have vision of everybody. So here I lose that Arthron. Here I think I have everyone. I'm in the open, but I'll also be invisible. It's probably fine. So yeah, I think I go to here. Okay.
Taking aim.
Now, with my incredible amount of free damage... Hold on, which siren is the one with the mind control? It's this one.
On it.
So the one that's mostly obscured by a tree. That's inconvenient. We can take this one's head. And we can kill 2 Arthrons pretty trivially. That is probably what she needs to do. The sirens can be dealt with in other ways. Although they do have a lot of total health.
What's needed?
You have 70 poison on you. He doesn't have enough action points to heal himself and reload and fire. Somebody else has to heal him. But the only positions from which we can do that are these 2. I will say, we got really lucky, it looks like, with the goo. If that goo had landed a little bit differently and like caught some other people, we could be in really dire shape here. We could have Bave move up to here. Adrenaline rush. Heal him. Fire some shotgun blasts. The shredder shotgun point blank against this guy is something. Or we could just try to shoot around his shield at that range. That totally might work. So it's all abilities. It says all abilities, which is a little bit awkward, but it does mean it means weapons too. We've seen that. My big curiosity is if it will let me use my... It probably will let me use the medkit for one action. I bet it will. So we move up to here, do that, heal, shoot, move, or heal, shoot, shoot, or whatever ends up making the most sense. It's a shame we don't have enough will for rapid clearance on top of it. This is a super dangerous position. Now, a bunch of these enemies should be low on will. Trying to think, like, the ones that are panicable through murder we don't have to deal with right away. And it's actually a fair number of them. A fair number of them are down at like 5. So, you have 7, but this guy had 10, right? No, that guy has 5. Is it the siren? Who was the person who had 10? Yeah, it's you. Okay. So you have to be one of the people who is killed. That makes sense. Like, that's the mind control siren. Already had to be one of the people killed. I do wish that I was in a better position to make that happen. The person who's really in the best position to do it is, unfortunately, Lise. Who am I allowed to mind control? I could mind control either of you. Is that guy a shotgunner? That's definitely interesting. Mind controlling him and sending him after the siren could be effective. Although the siren is relatively heavily armored. Is that it's 40 damage? Yeah, 40 damage, 8 times. Reduced by like 16 armor. Actually might be the right play. The other thing I could do is I could step up to here and maybe mind control the siren herself. But I'm not 100% certain. I would imagine that would release the mind control. And if it did, that's pretty great. And then Crypto can point blank armor break this Triton and probably do some real damage. And if we can get a kill there, we can start stacking up the grenades and stuff. Like we can do a lot of will damage this turn. I'm going to try it, and if mind controlling that siren doesn't release the mind control, then we're in some dangerous... Or, sorry, if killing that siren... If we're not able to kill that siren, it could be bad. What did you just see? You saw that. I mean... Whatever, there's nothing I can do about it. This is too many enemies, though. This mission is way too dense. Go to mind control you, use you to shotgun this thing. Oh, sorry, I have to select you before I can give you orders, because that's how the game systems work. I do wish I was, the shot was a little bit tighter, or that I was a little bit closer. I definitely want to fire twice, so I'm not going to move. We don't necessarily have to kill it with the shotgun, we just have to get it low enough that a grenade would clear it up. Okay, -5 will on everybody. That's going to panic some of them. He's not panicked. He's immune to panic because of the frenzy. Well, I really wish you still had still had points. That was probably still right. That probably needed to happen. We could actually mind control another one of the enemies. This is going to mean that they don't have action points on their turns, I hope, the same way that that it does to us. And then we can use him to do some cleanup as well. We know their weapons are incredibly accurate and high damage, so... Okay. So he has this thing. Who is the most important target? This shot is probably non-lethal, but real close to lethal, which gives Tiny an easy pickup. Provided that we think we can still do that thing. That shot is tough because the siren is thin. That's obviously not a real option. Shooting you probably doesn't actually work. These guys do not have the accuracy that they would need to have to get the kind of shots on us that they usually get. Really? Well, that wasn't very good. Also, his gun does 35 base damage, so apparently this is like a lower tier Arthron, I guess? Alright, that's good enough. Just splatter the dude is good enough. And then he automatically applies his shield. That's fine. Alright, you have the ability to panic one enemy, which I might take. Or... No, not or anything. You really don't have another play. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and induce panic. So, in theory, these are the two enemy units we still have to kill. You are going to step up, save a life. Don't you go anywhere, buddy. Do I still want to do the adrenaline rush? Maybe not. Who do we still have left? Hondas hasn't actually done anything. This Triton, I can probably take it if I'm allowed to shoot it twice, so breaking the body is pretty good. Or we can just take the arm. If I can just get his arm, that does it. That does the job. I mean, we know we're going to quick aim. I may as well press the button.
Identifying target.
Yeah, this Triton does need to get dealt with. Gosh, I wish my accuracy was like a little bit higher. I feel so uncomfortable aiming for any of these parts. We're so much more likely to hit the arm we don't need. Okay, got his leg and his arm. He doesn't Pain Chameleon, because he's... Nope, don't know why. Fine by me, though. Hey, Tiny. What do you think? Probably not lethal, and also can't hit both of these guys in a single grenade. That's a shame. That's not the answer I was looking for. Well, we could have her just finish the job, I suppose. We know we're going to do this. That siren is a non-issue this turn. The Chiron is also not a primary concern. I think I'm just going to take him. Get some will back. Wait. Really? It thinks... Oh, right. It's not... It thinks I don't have a shot on that guy because he's a friendly. Why would you shoot a friendly? Well... I kind of wish I could get to over here. Like a turret right there would be alright, I think. But honestly, I might just move to right here, lay a turret down into the goo, and then back up a little bit. I think that'd be a pretty useful turret. And I don't think his gunfire is necessarily going to be very useful. So I might just boom blast and drop 2 grenades on this guy in the hopes of damaging his gun. Oh, I don't get to, though. Oh, never mind. That's right. I have free reloads. Haha. That being the case, does that change anything? The fact that I do get to fire both grenades? I could grenade that guy just to get some will back. If we do Boom Blast Rapid Clearance again. But probably the right thing to do is just not play Rapid Clearance. This ends up with me having more total will, right? And if we can damage out this guy's weapons, then we are in a position where we might actually not take any damage. I broke his arm. I broke the correct arm. Okay. Free reload. I forgot he had free reloads. So then... I probably do fire the grenade. There's like a non-zero chance that the actual play here is heal myself. I'm gonna be a little cheeky and try this. Let's see if we can stack up some damage on both of them. Did I hit the other? Okay, I did hit. I hit the hostile guy, which is important. All right. I think I do not use Adrenaline Rush. I just do this and then do a normal one tile move or one action point move away.
Heading out.
And you go ahead and lay out your turret. Provided that I'm allowed to lay a turret in the goo, which is a thing I'm realizing I'm not 100% sure. No. Okay. Take some shots then. Want to shoot the guy who's definitely already dead? Probably not. That doesn't seem very good. Hey, somebody's got to do damage to this guy. He still has his spitter head. Like, he's still going to poison somebody, probably. Alright, you did 10 damage. Then, I guess I can shoot one more time and then back up a space. That's a real shame about the goo preventing turret placement, because that's, like, actually a really... It's a really good position for a turret.
Let's go.
Just have you go here. Okay. So you bleed out. You still have like 100 health or something after the blood, after the bleed. You panic and run to cover. Ooh, except you don't quite make it, it looks like. Oh no, you made it. Just not all the way in. Yeah, somebody's getting poisoned, but that's okay. We got medkits. Oh, nope. He spent too much action moving. And then I think I'm going to lose control of these guys at the start of my turn, then? Which is actually, like, totally fine. And I think that's the last Arthron. Like, that's the last new guy. So we might be okay. We might have made it out of this without losing anyone. Good crypto.
Give me a sec.
Oh, and we had a panic. That's a shame, because the will restoration from crypto is after. Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay. Well, crypto could really use some will points. So why don't we do this? That was only 2 points, not 3. I needed 3. Okay. You're still good.
5x5.
You are visible again and cannot fix that problem. Your machine gun is super weak and could probably be shot off. Yeah.
Ready.
Also, a grenade would probably do the job. This is probably another Boom Blast turn. In fact, it is definitely a Boom Blast turn. Why would I ever not Boom Blast? What am I talking about? Part of me wants to focus over here. So I think we're going to have a hard time doing that. We have other people who can hit this guy. Hold on, let me plan a little bit more here. Hey, Bave. Okay, Bave can sprint out to here, and then... No, I was going to say and then Adrenaline Rush, but we'll be one will point short. That's a real shame, actually, because that's a big difference. I can run up here, Armor Break, and then just really have at her. But I'm the only one who's going to be able to do something like that, because everybody else who's close is either panicked or gooed. And that still doesn't solve this problem. Can you solve this problem? Yes. You also have mind control. Am I actually allowed to mind control? Oh, wow. Okay, well that solves... That's what we're doing. Mind control and then have the Arthron shoot this guy? Or have... Like, we have people who can shoot this guy. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I think... It failed. Right, I forgot that sometimes it doesn't tell you this, but sometimes that ability just fails. Okay, well, we have a quick aim for this guy's arm from here. And then we can do some pistol something. Alright, let me... There we go. Nope. Okay, normal animation stance.
Target missed.
That was about a 2% chance, maybe. There's a tiny, tiny portion of the circle that was not good. So having two abilities fail really hugely dramatically definitely hurts us. Alright, so we gotta try to bring this guy... Oh boy, we gotta try to get them both. We have to get them both. Or else somebody's likely to die. Alright, let's start with this dude. His gun is a little bit weaker. We might be able to just grenade kill the weapon. Interesting, the explosives cleared the goo. The explosives cleared the goo exactly enough for it to not be cleared off of my unit.
I'll try it.
That's pretty cool. That's fun. Well... You have an action point left. You could attempt another mind control, and I guess you may as well? Guy has 0 will. You have nothing else you can do with your 1 action point. Nope. It just makes him say alerted. That would have been good. That would have been a good thing to have worked. You probably will not melee, you will probably just use your mind control, which is not that dangerous. So I think I'm going to fire the other grenade over here. Okay, I broke his arm. Then we have lots of people with guns who can try to handle this problem. Do I want to armor break first? No, I want to adrenaline rush now. The situation has changed pretty significantly. This is adrenaline rush time. Out of curiosity. Nope. Shotgun is absolutely not viable on her. Might be viable here, though. I heard the meat sound. We definitely injured it. And hopefully took away enough of its armor that this is lethal. Doesn't sound like it. There we go. And that... I have 6 will. Can I not... Oh, I'm dazed. Oh, right. I hit Adrenaline Rush. You can't use abilities that cost will points while you are Adrenaline Rushed. Go for... I mean, I'm not going to get anything on the upper half of this thing. Go for tail damage? Oof. 2 bullets made contact. That's pretty rough. Try to aim this in such a way that none of the reticle is on Bave. Okay, the fact that one of those hit is probably better than I deserve.
Ready to engage.
You don't really have a play here.
Right.
I'm going to move to here and drop a turret. I don't know, man. That other Arthron's going to come forward at some point, and... not too happy about it. Okay, so you're going to run up and mind control someone, probably. You actually have a hard time getting adjacent for the melee attack. That's a rough mind control. I'm not going to lie. That one makes me unhappy. Ooh. That's, boy, is that going to kill him? He still has a med kit on him. So as long as he doesn't die from the initial poison damage... Ooh. There's another siren. Actually, he's probably just dead here, right? No, this thing's gonna move way too much. Okay. That's actually a pretty... God damn it. I was gonna say, that's actually a pretty good play. It moves up and makes it so Bave can't shoot.
Channel open.
Yeah. Okay.
Ready for action.
This is pretty bad. This is, like, really bad.
Forming target.
So we could do a quick aim, followed by... a quick aim rifle shot, followed by the other rifle. Probably not actually get that kill. We do have to get that kill. Does Bave have grenades? Bave has a grenade. Thinking about another adrenaline rush here. Only having 3 units this turn is very rough. Plus 50% damage from Mark for
All I
Death
need is a clear shot.
does not allow me to take the head. It also would not allow me to shoot a second weapon. The second weapon also does not allow me to take the head, almost certainly. What does Bave's shot on this thing look like? Can I just shoot her? Oh yeah, I can just shoot past the shield. So I can handle the arm. And in fact, at this range, I can take that thing's head too with a little bit of help. It's a shame we don't have better armor reduction here. The loss of crypto is, like, devastating overall for the team. And that was... I don't feel that there was anything we could have done about that. Okay, I think we have to adrenaline rush. Drop the grenade right here in the hopes of doing some damage to the Siren's armor while still also just doing actual damage to both the enemies, because we need more damage very badly. Oh sure, return fire at point blank range. I gotta... That was bad. That was a bad thing for me to allow to happen. Alright, you need to take his gun away. Right now. Okay, that's a bleed out, right? Looks like 10 is 10. Beautiful. Accuracy loss is pretty severe. I have 2 action points left. We can't do anything to harm the other Arthron, so don't even think about him. But I think between Bave and Lise, we should have this kill. So I think, given the situation with the head, yeah, I think we're just going to go for the pretty much guaranteed double tail volley. Actually, also dead? No.
Zooming in.
Alright, we could dash or move to a position where I can see that guy. That's got to be the play. I have to finish killing him so he doesn't poison anyone again. Or there's also this other Siren who's a problem. Here's a question. Technician, do you have a kill on that Arthron? Can't see him from where you're standing now.
Moving out. Ready to engage.
No. No, not even a little bit.
Let's go.
Alright, we're just going to be all about killing that other Siren as she approaches, I think. Set up the incoming field. So we have to kill you somehow. I could rally the troops. I have rallied the troops. So a normal... Does he have vision of the other Arthron? He does. He's a pretty bad shot right now, though. Because the Siren's not going to die at the beginning of the turn right now, which means that they'll get to use Tidy against us. So I do have to kill that Siren. It is actually a requirement of my turn. Killing the Siren's going to give me back 5 will? Do I have it? Yes, I have it. So if I quick shot now, then I'll have enough for rally afterward, and then I'll have another action point remaining. And I won't actually be able to do anything. Yeah, I guess I won't be able to do anything with it, so it doesn't matter. We rally to give Bave an action point, and then he has to get the other Arthron with it, which he probably will not be able to do. I could rapid clearance right now, shoot this enemy, hopefully get back at least... I think we get 5 will for killing a Siren. I think that's it. It's rapid clearance. We get this kill and go back to the position we were in before I pressed the rapid clearance button.
We got them.
Yeah, I got 5 will. Okay, there we go. And now I can rally the troops. Well, hold on. I can move to here, quick aim my gun, or I can rally the troops. Who do I think is more likely to get the kill? I guess that thing's panicked now. So I don't actually have to get it in the first place. Which means I save my will? I just move to here and shoot at it?
All I need is a clear shot.
Yeah, I just move to here, shoot at it. I mean, I could shoot this thing. I guess I may as well, because right now, if he bleeds out, that's just wasted will, right? At least this way I get my action points back and everything. And now we have some options for killing this guy, but I don't really want to spend them. I think I just want to sit on all of my will points. That was actually pretty good damage. Okay, cool. So he's dead. Bleed, then run, then bleed. And we're in a good position to fight the remaining enemies. Actually really happy about how that went, aside from the fact that Crypto is dead. It took 1,000 years to build Crypto up, and now we're going to have to do it all again. I'm not going to lie to you, I really thought the Siren was going to advance on us. I didn't realize that she was panicked. Well, whatever. The turrets will do something. They'll get there eventually. Okay, and he was also panicked.
Aiming.
Can you get this kill so that the rest of us don't have to worry about it? Yes. Alright, let's snipe some enemies. I do so love to snipe an enemy.
Taking aim.
I'm gonna vanish up and try that shot. Vanish to here, I think. $240 damage to the head. Okay. Wow. Holy shit. Boy, I sure hope those ruins weren't important. That was a big thing I just destroyed there. You don't really have to worry about cover anymore, so I guess just close as much distance as possible.
All I need is a clear shot.
Okay, good start. Boy. We're no longer in any danger at all, but also we are not good at fighting at this range. You may as well finish closing. And it turns out that it was just Tiny getting gooed again. It was not Bave. I don't think we're anywhere near melee range. Okay, cool. Well done, everyone. Wow, I kind of can't believe the turrets were able to hit his head that many times. That's crazy. Hey, buddy, do you maybe want to drop a grenade? Oh, no, don't destroy that. I think we need that. Oh, maybe I don't want to fire this grenade then. Here, fire the grenade over here. It would have to wander an awful lot to destroy the thing over there, and I'm curious whether he can clear the cover. It turns out he can. Okay, well that's Siren's dead then.
Taking aim.
There we go.
Pretty sure that.
Starting to get a little worried the Babe wasn't going to pull the job. There is very little point in running you well. Like, there's no way you're actually going to do a significant amount of damage to this thing over the course of the rest of the mission. But we'll move up to here even, just like really trying to make sure I'm not anywhere near the the firing line of those turrets.
Standing by. On my way. Confirming target.
The head has no armor. Yeah, we'll just shoot like here. Alright, unfortunately, it's going to take us quite a while to kill this thing because it's
On the move.
very high health. But it poses literally no threat to us. Those were more like the turns I was expecting to see when I laid them down. I'm going to have Vanessa be the one who interacts with the object here. Alright, Pondus. Please, do an amount of damage. Okay, sorry, Pondus, please run this way a little bit, then do an amount of damage. There we go, that's what I wanted. I'll tell you what, I'm real glad that we brought the amount of ammunition that we did.
To get there in one piece.
Okay, I think we got him.
All I need is a clear shot. We got him!
Alright, and I believe that is the last of the enemies. Let's go loot the thingy and get out of here. Buddy, you just, I mean, you get to recover. Yeah, I am completely devastated about the loss of crypto. That sucks so much. We need resurrection. We need resurrection skills. The crabs need to teach us how to bring people back from the dead. Listen, I'll wipe out New Jericho for you guys right now if you can just teach me how to bring people back from the dead. Alright, well that is real crummy. There's basically no value we could have gotten from that mission that is as great as the loss of crypto. It would appear that the entire Symes expedition perished in the Antarctic, most likely overwhelmed by Pandoran forces as they tried to retrieve a mysterious metallic sphere of antediluvian origin. That sphere is now in our possession, and it's up to us to figure out what it is and how it might help us save the Earth. Apparently we earned a thing here.
I'm running out of time. I have my answer, but it's not what I wanted. The antediluvians. They were like us. Then, the Pandora virus came. It destroyed everything. In the end, they found a solution, but at a terrible cost. They created a weapon, the virophage, that destroyed the Pandora virus and themselves. A whole civilization lost to give us a chance. And we wasted it. All this for nothing.
What is going on with the periods in this font?
This is where it ends. I keep thinking maybe we are all children of the Pandora virus. But the sphere, my God, the sphere.
Did anyone else notice that? I mean, I thought it was pretty weird that the periods were in the middle of the line rather than at the bottom of the line. But then, at some point during that dialogue, they went down to there were ellipses that were hovering. Boy, this game's broken in some weird ways. Okay, well, we did that thing. Now we must research the Ugothian entity. Boy. That sounds like a bad idea. Should be possible to adapt a weakened, highly modified form of the antediluvian virophage into weapons for our operatives, which should be really effective, I would think. And then also there's a way to find out about the entity that is probably controlling the... Okay, and also we could learn to make a goo repeller. I don't think we had seen that before. Capture a Pandoran with the goo ability. Honestly, that would be pretty cool. It would be a cool thing to have. Man. Alright, well let's get these in the queue. Probably they go above stimulation pack technology. We're so close to finished with this. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. Oh, you know what? They're working on it. Yeah, I don't need to pay into this. Let's at least think about the... Oh boy, I don't know. You know what? I don't need to know right now, because this has been a whole entire nightmare, and I am done for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time for hopefully something that's a little bit less heartbreaking. And we'll see you then.